Mirat Salome. If that's your name, I hope it is, because I like it. It's time to go. If I can get medical care on the yacht, on the sailing boat, whatever we want to call it. But it's time to go. We are at that Ferris Bueller moment where the show's over. It's time to start the show. That's it. We're gonna go the old way. The old way. Not the new way, the old way, by boat. In the direction that they used to trade in. And then we're whatchamacallit. We're gonna go straight through the strait. And listen, no propellers. No propellers. Here's the concept. We got sails, and if the sails don't work, because we don't have propellers on the boat, on the ship, the whales will push it. That's the adventure that we're on. I'm going to get healed by extraterrestrials in the ship. Extraterrestrials and imams and priests and monks and people are going to gather around and heal this stuff, so I don't have to go do some kind of primitive earth shit to myself again. And like I said, no propellers, just sails. And if we need to be pushed, if we need some propulsion, the whales will do it as a way to say thank you for not being like all the other asshole humans. But that's it. That's it. We're going to Ararat, and we are going to walk from Ararat to Jerusalem. And everybody wants to know what the military angle is. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I really don't care. If Hamas is trying to surrender, if the Islamic resistance is trying to surrender right now, it's because I figured out what they were trying to say. And I'm calling into George Galloway later. Ooh, it's a good thing I checked. Good thing I checked the time. Because I am calling into George Galloway to talk about, I guess I better do some reading real quick, about the origins of the Geneva Conventions on the Treatments of Prisoners of War. About the origins of the Geneva Conventions on the Treatments of Prisoners of War, and whether or not those conventions apply to every person in Gaza, and in fact every person in occupied Palestine. Because that is, I think, the point that the Islamic resistance was trying to make. And if they're trying to surrender now, it's part of their strategy, because they want to become prisoners of war of the Zionists, so that they can testify about how prisoners of war of the Zionists are treated. So I hear that, I see these rumors about people attacking the resistance, and I seem to have heard rumors about them trying to surrender. If they're trying to surrender, it's so that they can go and investigate the conditions and the treatment inside the Zionists' jails. They know they're not going to be there forever now. They see they are excellent planners. They plan very far in the future. So if they're trying to surrender, let them. And if that's not what's happening, then, well, let's figure out what is. All I know is that the place I belong is on a sailing yacht on my way to Ararat, on my way to Iran. But it can't have any propulsion other than Allahu Akbar is the propulsion. Either sails or animals, no artificial propulsion whatsoever. Or else it's just gonna feel wrong. We're just not gonna enjoy it. Birds are saying, think about how quiet it will be, and they hope that we have trees on the deck. Right, that's my vision. That's what I seem to have seen. The whole deck was just land.